So really, what I really wanted to talk to you about, I mean, I'm going to leave all the other stuff aside unless you guys have specific questions for me on, wrestling life, anything like that. But really what I want to talk to you about today is kind of what I was presenting out there with Grit, which is my supplement. So a little bit about nutrition. And I want to tell you a little, if you guys don't know the backstory on how this drink was developed, you really wouldn't want to use it anyways. So I kind of wanted to let you know how this happened. So I wrestled at University of Nebraska in Omaha, which they no longer have a wrestling program. They dropped it in 2011 after we three-peated. We're 3 times national champs in a row, and I was there my redshirt year, freshman year, and sophomore year, so I was there for 3 years. And so, by the way, that was the 6th national title in 8 years, and they ended up dropping the wrestling program there, which was unfortunate. But anyways, with that said, I had a teammate that his name was Aaron Denson, and he was a national champion there his senior year, and he graduated right when they dropped the program. And right after he graduated, Aaron got into a supplement business actually down in St. Louis, and he had worked there for about, he worked there for about 7 or 8 years before he left. But anyways, when he was there, he would reach out to other programs that, because he was a wrestler, that was his background, other wrestling programs would reach out to him and just ask for an advice on nutrition. What should they do when they're, bulking weight, when they're cutting weight, how should they recover, what should they eat. College coaches would ask what supplements or vitamins they should give their athletes, etc. So Aaron found that there was nothing really out there, not one thing out there that is cost effective, that is done the right way, that would benefit extreme athletes like yourselves, like wrestlers. And so that's why he, on the side, started developing this product. It's called Grit, it's up there, but that's why he started developing this product. And I didn't know anything about it, I didn't have anything to do with it. I was actually at that time coaching at Maryville University down in St. Louis. And I was the associate head coach there for 4 years. And as I was doing that, I was getting my master's degree, and I was also training still for the Olympics. So that's in 2015-16 year. So anyways, Aaron reached out. Of course, I went to him just like everyone else, and I asked him for advice. Hey, what should I be drinking? I'm getting really tired. I have these long days. I have to watch my weight. What should I eat? Yada, yada, yada. So he told me, he gave me a good diet. Of course, supplements don't replace what you eat. So you can't be eating McDonald's every day and expect to have this magic pill that's going to make you a world champion, okay? So I still had to watch my nutrition. I still had to know what I eat. I have to, know that what to drink, how to recover, how much to sleep, etc. And he says, by the way, I've gotten a researcher, I've gotten a doctor, I've gotten my team, and we have developed this drink that is something that there's nothing really out there like it, that I believe it will help you a lot. And of course, my first reaction was, I'm training for the Olympics. I don't want to drink this behind-the-counter supplement that, I'm going to pop for steroids or something. So anyways, he assured me, obviously there's nothing in it bad. He showed me the nutrition list. I researched it, did my homework, saw everything. It was fine. It was great. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. I tried it. I loved it. Okay, it made me feel good. I was recovering well. I had energy during my workouts. And overall, I wasn't necessarily so sore when I was working out. So I didn't think anything of it. My mind wasn't there yet. I was just focused on coaching guys and wrestling. And after the Olympics, I had a little, personal choices to make. My wife at the time, we were newly married. She moved down to St. Louis. She didn't really, she's from a small town in Idaho, so when she moved to St. Louis, it was a huge culture shock for her. She wasn't really used to it. I was gone all the time. I was gone 3.5 months in Europe training. I came back and I started traveling with the team right away. So, my days would start at 6 in the morning and at 9:30 at night after my graduate class at night. And on the weekends, I'd be traveling either recruiting or competing somewhere. So it was very, very difficult for us. So anyways, bottom line came to, I had to make some decisions, some personal decisions, whether or not, I'm going to pick my family or am I going to pick coaching, in a college. So I had to make the choice to move. I stopped coaching. I got my graduate degree, my master's, and we moved. We moved somewhat closer to home, I call it, because, which is up outside of Omaha, Nebraska. It's in Council Bluffs, Iowa, okay? The reason that's closer to home for me is because I'm originally from Bulgaria. I came here when I was 16 by myself. I didn't really speak English at the time. I left my family behind. I moved here by myself. And I knew one person. He was my legal guardian here in the States. And I went to school up there at Lewis Central High School, my senior year. But that's kind of like my second home. So that's why my wife and I packed up and moved back there, because I have a lot of friends there. We had a lot of support there, and we can start a family, which I'm expecting right now. She can go into delivery, into labor any day now. She's pregnant, so her due date is October 7th. So we're super excited. Back to the drink. So I made that choice, and I moved back to Council Bluffs, and that's when I started thinking about, wait a minute, how am I going to make money? What am I going to do to survive, right? So I immediately thought of that. I don't know why, I just thought of that. I was like, hey, this drink, my buddy's doing this. How can I get into it? I loved it. I believe in the product. I know it's great. There's an opportunity. How can I do it? So I reached out to him, contacted him, and he says, sure, for that much you can join me. You know, so I bought myself into the company. We were partners for a long time, and the rest is history. That's what we're doing now. We're working with a lot of universities, a lot of high schools, a lot of MMA guys, cross country, soccer. We're pretty widespread right now, but still wrestling is one of our main sports that drink that. Jaden Cox just won a second world title. He's endorsing the product, he's drinking it. We have a bunch of other athletes as well, but yeah.
Now when you were training, how often would you drink this drink every day? Like,
it's before every practice.
Before every practice? Before
every workout. Definitely after weigh-ins. I'll get to how to do it in a second. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's how I got into it, and now I actually ended up buying him out, so I'm the only one owning that drink. And I'm actually improving it. I'm coming out with a new product that I'll tell you about how I'm doing it here in a little bit. But so basically what grit is, okay? Think about this. You as athletes right now, as wrestlers, okay? Or coaches, you're athletes right now. You guys are one of the most extreme athletes, just so you know, in wrestling. Okay, you have to watch your diet, okay? You have to cut weight to make weight, so you get dehydrated. You have two, 3 practices most times, okay? Sometimes you even have 3 practices a day if you work out on your own, okay? And you still have to feel good enough in season to perform and compete on the weekend. Right after you cut 10 pounds or more, okay? So that's extremely difficult to do. It's extremely hard to feel fresh. And a lot of times college coaches would tell you guys, or they would know this, after you have 4 months of season, by the time national comes, not the best wrestler wins, okay? And I've been there. Not the best wrestler wins. The people that win at the end are the ones that feel the best. They're fresh, and they're ready to go, and they have this awesome weekend, and they win a national title, okay? I don't care how good you are. If you guys don't feel well, you're not going to perform well when it matters at the end of the season. So with that said, grit, what it does is it has a lot of electrolytes, so it helps with hydration, okay? You guys all of you are dehydrated most of the times, especially when you're working out. So it has hydration, electrolytes for hydration. It has sugar in the form of glucose. Why it's in the form of glucose? It's simple carbs, okay? It's called dextrose. Why is that way? It's because that's the fastest way you're going to get energy without crashing. There is no caffeine in it. Caffeine gives you a false feeling of energy. It makes your heart rate go up, and then you crash afterwards. It's not sustainable, okay? This has dextrose, which is simple carbs that give you energy the fastest way, okay? Within 10-15 minutes of you drinking it. Why? Your body doesn't need to digest it. It just absorbs it in your bloodstream as soon as it hits your mouth, okay? Next, it has carbs, complex carbs. It's called maltodextrin, okay? Those are the complex carbs. What that does is actually it breaks down slower in your body, but it gives you energy for a longer period of time. So you're going to have energy for 2 to 3 hours afterwards, okay? Then it also has BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. What that helps with, a few things, but it helps with you basically with muscle recovery, okay? So you don't break down muscle. A lot of you guys, when you're cutting weight, you end up breaking muscle down. You don't always do it the right way. Most times you don't do it the right way. You end up breaking muscle down rather than burning fat, okay? So this helps with that. Also has beta-alanine. What that does is it flushes out lactic acid out of your muscles. Okay, it increases the blood flow. It flushes out lactic acid out of your muscles. When you guys are training hard, you're not going to feel fatigued or sore the next day, okay? And why that's awesome is because imagine this. You just cut 10, 12, 15 pounds, okay? And you have 1 hour weigh-ins the day of a tournament or a dual meet, okay? So there's nothing you're going to drink. Not the bagels, not the peanut butter. There's nothing that you're going to eat that's going to give you energy so you can compete an hour later, okay? So this is as close as you can get besides putting like an IV in the hospital to rehydrate and give you some energy, which also has glucose in it, okay? That's what it is. So this is the fastest way you're going to get some energy into you. You're going to feel a little fresh, and it's going to help you flush that lactic acid out of your muscles so you don't have those jello legs, okay? I used to get those when I cut weight. It sucks, okay? So anyways, that's what it does. And to wrap it all up, it has natural coloring. It's beetroot powder, which is good benefits as well to it. Does that help a little bit answer your question?
Yeah, so like you just drink it before and after every workout, or like what?
So obviously when you're cutting weight, like the last 12 hours of your weigh-ins, you can only drink as much liquids as your weight allows you, right?
Sure.
But before that, yes, before every workout you want to drink it. But then definitely right after weigh-ins, so it gives you that energy so you can compete that day.
What about the off season as you're training?
Yeah, before every workout. Yes, okay. Definitely. So with that said, guys, I am right now going through some changes. The reason there's a discount up there with the pre-order forms, there's 20% discount. I'm doing this because I only have about, well, I sold out now, but I'm getting 300 more bottles, okay? You're the only ones that know this. I'm getting 300 more bottles of this product, the white bottles, okay? And then after that, we're switching. I'm making it into single-serve packagings because it's easier to carry around. You can just, rip it open, pour it in water, and drink it. It's a lot easier. That's what you guys want. I'm doing all this based on feedback from customers. So I'm making it in single-serve. I'm doing 3 flavors, okay? There's going to be 3 flavors. And I've certified it with Informed Sport, Informed Choice, which is something, again, based on feedback. I couldn't get this drink with like the big D1 colleges. Every drink that they have to give their athletes has to get approved through athletic trainers. Well, although there's nothing bad in it, because Jaden Cox is drinking it and he's getting tested at the Worlds, okay? Although there's nothing bad in it, athletic trainer will not put their line on the job to approve a drink that they have no interest in to help their athletes, if that makes sense. So in order for me to bypass that, I had to get it certified, which is pricey, but that's what it is. So we certified it with Informed Sport, Informed Choice, Olympic athletes, world athletes, NCAA athletes. Everyone can drink it now. It's WADA approved, World Anti-Doping Agency approved. And so making it all natural, its own natural flavoring, coloring, sweeteners, okay? And we've added vitamin and mineral pack, vitamin A, B, B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, C, D, and E. So which helps with your immune system as well. So, enough about grit. But if you guys want to pre-order, my pre-order forms are up there. I'm leaving today. I won't be here tomorrow, so please get back to me. But with that said, if you guys have any questions about anything, wrestling, Olympics, anything, nutrition, anything like that, I'll be happy to answer. And if not, I'll shut up and sit down.
All right, thank you, George.
Thank you.